I'm Dr. Revels, and you're listening to the REVELSations podcast. Please subscribe, rate, review wherever you get your podcast. Hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment, and let me know that you are listening. We're all family and friends here, so please call me Rev and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell an enemy that you are listening to the REVELSations podcast and share this with somebody that might benefit from its message. The topic of today's verse is opportunity to fail. Opportunity to fail. Let's get into some dictionary definitions as we like to do here on the REVELSations podcast. We're all on the same page. The first definition is opportunity. An opportunity is a time or set of circumstances that make it possible to do something. Okay. A time or set of circumstances that make it possible to do something. It can also be said to be a favorable combination of circumstances, a favorable time or chance that make it possible to do something you want to do or have to do. So it's all these things coming together that makes it favorable for you to do what you want to do or have to do. This is the opportunity. You have your chance is another way of saying the word. And then I said opportunity to fail. So we have to go to fail. Fail is to be unsuccessful in achieving one's goals, or it's to neglect to do something. Or it could be said to be unsuccessful in an attempt, or to stop functioning, or to fall short of the standard. Fall short of the standard. And I said this verse is called the opportunity to fail. Well, opportunity to fail refers to a valuable chance or chances for growth, learning, and increased resilience that arise from experiencing setbacks or mistakes. Let's get to it. People will often say that experience is the best teacher. Some people even say failure is the best teacher. That when at first you don't succeed, try again. But what happens when a person doesn't get the opportunity to try again? They don't necessarily have the opportunity, the favorable condition to fail, the favorable set of circumstances to fail. What do I mean by that? Well, when I look out in the world and I see a lot of the isms that exist, sexism, racism, classism, I oftentimes say it's really, really hard to put my finger on it. How do I prove that that's a racist situation? How do I prove that that's a sexist situation? How do I prove that that's a classist situation? And it's super hard to prove it because these things are systematic. These things are not by happenstance. These things are a part of the system. So they are systematic things. And systematic is a system that is so developed that it can run on its own. Or in another word, a systematic definition is done or according to a fixed plan or system, something that is methodical. It is something that just happens. It's not something that you have to work. It's the system. The system itself is a part of the ism. The system is classist. The system is racist. The system is sexist, or what other ist you want to come up with. And how does that play itself out? Like, I can't point to it and say, well, all women suffer from this, or all people of color suffer from this, or all poor people suffer from this, or in that case, all men suffer from this, and all non-people of color suffer from this, or all rich people suffer from that. It's hard to say. But I think if we look at it carefully and we really, really boil it down, a lot of our isms and the things that we see that are unfair, unjust, comes down to opportunities to fail or lack thereof. Again, opportunity to fail is a valuable chance or chances of growth, learning, and increased setbacks that arise from experiencing setbacks or mistakes or failures. So you fail and you have the opportunity to learn and grow from it. And when I say learn and grow, you don't just have the interpersonal opportunity. You have the opportunity on the job or on the team or in society or with the club or with the person even. So we have another concept. It's called failing forward. Failing forward is close to the opportunity to fail. It's accepting and embracing mistakes as an essential stepping stone for future success. Okay, look, we're supposed to mess up. And the thing is, you could take the most racist person, the most classist person, the most sexist person, and they agree with failing forward. 100% of those people agree with giving people multiple opportunities to mess up in order to fix it. I can prove it. So failing forward is accepting and embracing mistakes as essential stepping stones for future success. Well, when a baby is first walking, they accept the fact that a baby is going to walk and it's going to fall. And they don't cast the baby out and say, you know what? You will never walk forever. You are nothing to me. You will never be a walker. They understand that this baby is going to take several attempts to be able to walk perfectly. And then when that baby gets a little older and they're getting dressed, it's going to take several attempts and several steps for that baby that's now a toddler or now a young person to be able to tie his or her shoes. And people accept that. We readily accept that it takes time and it takes failure over and over and over again. When it comes to reading, we don't just pop up, oh, now I know words and I can read. Trial and error. Try again. If you don't, at first you don't succeed, try again. But then what happens when we become adults? We don't necessarily accept the fact that for some, failing is a part of becoming successful, like failing forward says. We expect people to get it right away. Certain people to get it right away, but other people, we allow them to fail forward. We allow them many opportunities to fail over and over and over again, making it favorable for them to fail. A valuable learning lesson for them to fail. You know what? I know you messed up this time, but I'm gonna give you another chance and another chance and another chance. And when it boils down to it, I think a lot of times the isms that we face, classism, racism, sexism, any other ism that we face, comes down to opportunities. It's not that people don't have opportunities. I believe everybody is given opportunities or presented with opportunities. Again, opportunity is a time and set of circumstances, especially favorable combination of those times and circumstances that make it possible to do something. But I believe that some of us, because of the isms and the systematic things that are at play, some of us get more opportunities than others. And that's where I think the isms really come into play. You have a person of a higher class and a person of a lower class. That person of a higher class gets time after time after time, opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to fail. They may have 50 opportunities in life to do something great. And they might mess up 49 of them, and then they get it right on the 50th one. And we praise them and say, oh my God, look at you. You're so great. But then take the poorer person. And that poorer person may only have 5 chances in his or her entire life to get it right. And they don't get it right. And then we look down on them. Well, one, they didn't have as many chances as the other person. And we all admit from the baby example of the walking and the toddler example of tying the shoe that it takes time to perfect something. It takes time and time again. And just because a person is an adult, when they're presented with an opportunity, they might be just as the baby who is learning to tie a shoe or learning to walk. And then even furthermore, we have experts. We have people who are mastered things, and they get opportunity after opportunity to fail. Let's take it to the sports world to keep it clean. There's so many coaches out there who have had a little success or maybe not had a lot of great success, and they'll get fired from a particular job, or they'll have a scandal at another job, and they'll get another opportunity to coach again, and another opportunity to coach again, and another opportunity to coach again. And there's some coaches who are on the brink of becoming successful, but they don't have the right opportunities. What do? How do we combat that? What system is at play to say, hey, person A gets opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and they keep messing up and messing up and messing up. And even though they mess up, people treat them like the baby who is learning to tie the shoe, or I'm sorry, the toddler that is learning to tie the shoe, or the baby that is learning to walk. But then other people, they have to get it the first or second chance. And that's where the isms come in. And most of the time that I see in my anecdotal experiences, and also in my experiences, because I'm a historian by trade, right? I'm an actual historian, and I have a doctorate in education. So when I look and do research, the people who are giving less opportunities tend to fall into categories of isms. Classism based on finances, racism based on ethnicity and skin tone, sexism based on gender. these isms, and these people are not less talented. What it is they have less opportunity to fail. And then we have people who fail upward. They fail upward. Okay, we have failing forward. Okay, so failing forward again is accepting and embracing mistakes as an essential part of the stepping stones of future success. We got that. We understand that. And then we have other people who fail upward. They fail upward. This means to advance or gain new opportunities in one's career despite experiencing failures or exhibiting mediocrity. So then pause for a second. How many people do you know that have failed upwards? They're at their job and they're doing terrible and they get a promotion. And then you see that other person who is doing great and they're inspiring and they're aspiring and they're not doing everything perfect because no one is, but they're there, they're ready, they're hungry. They're taking every opportunity that they have. They only get 5 of them. They're taking every opportunity they have and they're trying to make the best of it. And you have this other person who is mediocre at best, fails time and time and time and time and time again. But they keep on getting opportunities to get promoted. They keep on failing upwards. And normally, when you look at these two, who is the person that doesn't have a lot of opportunity, and who is the person who continues to fail upward? If we were being honest, the person who continues to fail upward normally falls out of the bucket of the isms, normally falls out of the bucket of racism, normally falls out of the bucket of classism, normally falls out of the bucket of sexism. People that fail forward live outside of that, or they live in the system that is beneficial to them. Now, people will say, Rev, I know plenty of people who would be classified in people that are have racist practices against their ethnicity, or sexist practices against their gender, or classist practices against their socioeconomic status. And I would argue back and say, the system is working perfectly. See, the system, the systematic way of being are done and acting according to the fixed plan or system, the methodical method or the methodical way it is done. The system is designed to let a few through the cracks so that you do not know the system is there. So you have 1 or 2 people who would be victim of the isms. They make it out and they get the multiple opportunities. And then you have a couple of people who benefit from the isms. They may fail and not get it. And then we say, the system is fair. It has not harmed all the people who would be a part of the isms, and it has not benefited all the people who are outside of the isms. But I would ask, when we look at something, look at the majority of the people. The majority of the people who are classified in the isms, how are they doing? If the majority of the people are doing, then maybe we can think the system is working well enough to keep the majority down, let a couple through, just so that we do not believe the system exists. I was once told that the greatest trick of the devil is not influencing people. It's not making people do bad things. The greatest trick of the devil is to make you think he doesn't exist. I think the same is with the system, the systematic racism, the systematic sexism, the systematic classism, and the systematic isms rear their ugly heads in opportunities. So look at your life. If you're successful, how many opportunities have you had to be successful? Did you cash in on that first opportunity? Did you get it right the first time? If you did, congratulations. You are the one of 1%. Because the rest of us, humans, did not cash in on every opportunity that we've had. And those people who are successful and that you see are super successful, how many opportunities have they had? How many times have you seen them fail forward? And more importantly, how many times have you seen them fail up? And those people who are downtrodden, those people who don't have as much, how many times have you, or how many opportunities do you think that they've had? Did they squander all 50 of their opportunities? Or did they only get 5? Let's have a little bit more empathy about where people are in the position that they're in. And I think if we look at the opportunities, that's where we'll see the disparaging characteristics of a system that is designed to keep certain people in the isms and certain people out. That's all I have for you today on the REVELSations podcast. Please subscribe, rate, review wherever you get your podcast. Let me know that you're listening. Thank you again. Please share this with somebody. Again, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell an enemy that you are listening to the REVELSations podcast. I am because we are. Hallelujah. Holla back. Peace.
Yeah, the revelations now televised. A platform for you and I. An outlook with full heart and clear eyes. Now, these are just my thoughts. Truth on how I feel on these topics I reveal. Please know my toll, I always keep it real. Can't face the word if you can't face facts. For your time, just open up your mind. That's it, just live, think big, now take that. With God in me, this here was made by design. Yeah, the revelation will be televised. REVELSations.